But right now I want to talk about how Spotify might have some new competition, because there's a new streaming service that's going to launch in 2024, I think in January, that is aiming to directly compete and overtake Spotify. And their main push for their marketing is that they are going to be paying artists more. Also, it's going to be specifically catered to rock and metal fans. Now, in the case of paying artists more, we've already seen other streaming services try to do this. Tidal being the main one. Tidal was launched, I think, maybe within the last 10 years or approximately 10 years ago. They do pay their artists more. They have better streaming quality, and they even had Jay-Z pushing the launch of it. And even with all that, they still only have 8 million users compared to Spotify's over 550 million. So a new streaming service, I don't know how it's going to work, but today I want to talk about Rokk. ROKK, which is the new streaming service dedicated to rock and metal fans. Now, before we really dive in, I was first made aware of this. I missed it in my Instagram DMs when he first sent it, but KJ, who is the guitarist for Kill the Kong, he is a consultant for Rokk. And a while back, he had sent me an Instagram link saying, hey, we're going to be launching the streaming service. Really curious to see your opinion on this. So that's the first time I got wind of this, but now there's way more information coming out. So Rokk, this new streaming platform, is a product that was developed by a German company called Fair Music. Fair Music was founded by Peter of Mentalist and Alex of Camelot. So there are two names that are very involved in the music scene that have been working on this. And according to this, they've been working on it since April 2020. So even though they've been working on this for a few years at this point, actually about 3.5 years at this point. Is that math right? 1, 2, yeah, 3.5 years. They do have like a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo going where they're, they've a pretty, reasonable goal that they're trying to achieve. They're trying to make, that looks like it would be 10,000 euros, but it says in dollars on my end. So it's $10,925. Currently, they have 178 backers at 3,558 US dollars. I don't know exactly what that money is going to, but I want to read some of this in here so we can get a better idea of what this streaming platform is going to look like. So on this Indiegogo page, it says, Rokk is the first streaming service made specifically for fans of rock and metal. Even though we are all about rock and metal, you can explore any other kind of music on Rokk as well, just as you would on any other streaming service. Rokk is coming first to Europe and the UK on iOS, Android, and web in January 2024, with North and South America, Japan, and Australia to follow soon after. During the course of the campaign, all backers from Europe and the UK will receive early access. What else does Rokk do differently? By providing a home for rock and metal and helping artists to make a better living, this is the heart of our mission, but it doesn't stop there. Rockpedia will be comprised of iconic albums, lineups, gear, past members, and just about everything else you can imagine. Together with our team of sound engineers, we have tested all the different options with the latest codecs. In the end, we have arrived to the conclusion that even our regular subscriptions audio quality is already a true hi-fi sound. Our official playlists are compiled by our team, trusted friends, and rock stars from all over the world. We all have our favorite specific subgenres, and most of us have been metal and rock music fans our entire lives. We want you to get involved as well. Suggesting tracks for our official playlists is one of the perks you get for signing up early.
A few moments later.
So just from going off of their Indiegogo page and reading some of the things there, there are a couple things that first come to mind. There were a couple things that I actually liked. I like the idea of the Rockpedia thing that they came up with, like detailed information about the bands and the history of the bands and stuff. Yeah, on Spotify, we do already have like the information sections, but a lot of the times those are written by the bands themselves about like their current situation, or they're very just general and they don't really have like history or anything like that. Claiming to have hi-fi audio is cool, but to be fair, most streaming services do have that, and most people aren't going to tell the difference. So I don't think that's going to be a big selling point for them. The playlist thing is a big bonus though, because as we've talked about, like the Spotify playlists are notoriously bad. Even Nick Nocturnal has gone over how bad some of the Spotify playlists actually are for metal and stuff. And it is. So the fact that they claim they're actually going to have people in bands and they're like curators and consultants and stuff doing the playlists, like that is actually pretty cool. I like that actual metalheads are going to be tailoring these playlists instead of just somebody that works at Spotify, making stuff up. The way this was worded, I will say, this was carefully worded. This is a call to action. This is a call to arms. They're using a lot of wording to like make it seem like, stick it to the man, which is a big part of metal and rock culture. So they're making people feel comfortable with that. And of course, Spotify already has a lot of hate. So this is going to sound enticing to a lot of people that do want to stick it to the man and band together as a metal community. But I want to go to their official website and see if there's more information on there because I want to know how more of this is going to work. So on their official website here, this is like one of the main pages, just some bullet points. It says all your favorite bands, every imaginable subgenre, great recommendations and perfect playlists, more euros per stream for your favorite bands, direct band support. Rokk pays up to 10% per user per month to your favorite band. I want to dig into that. That sounds interesting. High quality audio and offline streaming. All other styles of music and artists as well. Our focus is rock and metal, but you can listen to anything you want. That's a big thing that I was going to bring up. I'm actually glad that that's like specifically addressed because I thought that would be something that would hinder this. With an easy import function for your favorite playlist from other services. Okay, that's cool. I want to know more about that too. Hi, Claire. Oh, Claire needs money. Give me a Mountain Dew while you're out, please. Bitte. Cheers. But let's take a look at their plans here. They've got 3 of them. All of them include a 30-day free trial. The first standard one is called Rock Hi-Fi. All of rock and metal, including every other style of music. I feel like you could just combine that. Like, that should just be one line. Like, that's kind of common sense. It's like all of music, depending on who they have publishing contracts with. Hi-fi sound quality, background information on all artists, up to 10% direct artist support, more money for bands and artists. If you sign up annually, you get 16% off. And if you're a student, you get a 50% discount. That's pretty cool. The next one is the Rock Hi-Fi Pro, 19.99 euros a month. All of rock and metal, including every other style of music. Hi-fi sound quality, including FLAC or FLAC, background information on all artists, double the direct artist support, double the money for bands and artists, same discounts if you sign up annually and if you're a student. I saw in chat, somebody had asked, why is the family plan less than the Rock Hi-Fi Pro? Because it does not seem like the Rock Hi-Fi family plan includes the FLAC audio. It just seems the same as the standard Rock Hi-Fi, but it's a family plan, and I would imagine you get up to like 4 people or something. Yeah, 4 accounts it says. Here we go. Frequently asked questions. This is kind of, hopefully this answers some of the things I had. So one of the questions is, what if I want to listen to something else? Pop, jazz, etc. We offer the same variety of genres and artists as all other platforms. So there are tons of non-rock and metal artists on Rokk as long as they make their music available for streaming. One of the first questions that came up, and it was like, if they're going to have everything that everybody else does, isn't this just the same thing, just geared towards metalheads and promising to pay the artists more? For playlist importing, it's, yeah, you can go to a website and export your playlist as a CSV file and bring all your playlists over. That's pretty cool. I would imagine that's got to assume that all the tracks on your playlist are available on their streaming service too. Okay, how can Rokk pay more royalties? With Rokk, the subscription money stays in the metal and rock community and is not being used to cross-finance payouts for a few mainstream acts with unbelievably high numbers of streams. This can lead to a 2 to 3 times higher royalty payout. That needs to be worded a lot more specifically, because reading it at face value, it makes it sound like that they're going to be paying rock and metal artists royalties, but not any of the other genres. Could I be mistaken on that? Or that they just pay the rock and they treat the rock and metal artists like the big megastars on Spotify and pay the megastars less? So is it no money for anybody that's not in those genres, or just less? Or they allocate more of the subscription money to rock and metal artists? There's got to be more specifics on that. There has to be more specifics on that. You can't just say that and leave that open-ended like that. It also says this can lead to a 2 to 3 times higher royalty payout. Not that it will, that this can lead. So that doesn't even mean that artists are gonna be making 2 to 3 times more. It says they possibly could, but it doesn't guarantee that they will. So this next question was actually one of my big ones from reading this whole thing. It says, if you guys offer the same as other platforms, why do I need Rokk? It's a great question. And my take on that is like, dude, Spotify is already the biggest streaming platform for music in the world by a fucking long shot. Like, it's not even close. And because Spotify has so much music and people already have their accounts and they get to do the cool things like Spotify Wrapped, which again, genius marketing, why is somebody going to want to do this? That's been my big thing. Unless they know that there's a guarantee that their favorite artists are going to get paid more to support those artists, why would they cancel a subscription service they've been using for so long or get another one on top of the one they already have just to listen to those rock and metal artists? So they answer it by saying rock is the perfect streaming service for any fan of rock metal or any rock metal subgenre. From 70s prog to Norwegian black metal and beyond, we've got you covered. Your rock homepage, suggested playlists, special promotions, and any advertising are always 100% focused on the music, the community, and the rock and metal artists that you love. But most importantly, if you use Rock, your support helps your favorite artists receive higher streaming payments and bonuses, all without you having to pay more than on other platforms. It's a win-win situation for you and the bands. And hey, if you have any musical guilty pleasures outside of rock and metal, we've got those covered. Just search for your favorite music and it'll be there too. That really doesn't answer anything. The question is, why do I need Rock? That is not a good answer to that question. Why do I need to delete Spotify and use this platform? I want that answered. If I don't pay more than on other platforms, how does Rock manage to pay more to their artists? Because with Rock, your subscription money stays in the metal and rock community and is not being used to cross-finance payouts for a few mainstream acts with unbelievable amounts of streams. Again, that needs to be way more specific. That needs to be worlds more specific than that. Does it mean that other artists won't get royalties at all? Or does it just mean that they're going to get less and that more is going to rock and metal? That needs way more clarification. That is. A couple people in chat just pointed this out. That is literally a copy and paste of the question 2 up. How can Rock pay more royalties? And if I don't pay more than other platforms, how does Rock manage to pay more to other artists? That is a copy and paste answer. Except in the first question, they said this can lead to a 2 to 3 times higher royalty payout. Now here's an FAQ that answers questions for artists. How can Rock pay out more royalties? Literally another copy and paste. They have copy and pasted the same thing 3 times on 3 different questions. Okay, here we go. How can Rock afford to pay up to 10% direct artist support, aka band dollars? Please answer this specifically. Instead of investing the money in costly adverts, we at Rock prefer to pay it to our artists. We believe that happy and successful artists will help spread the word about Rock. Okay, then there's a similar question next. Will I really get up to 10% direct artist support? Yes, from the moment one of your fans successfully signs up for a Rock account through a link on your socials. It's a fucking affiliate program. I mean, I guess it's still kind of cool because it'll pay out the bands more, but that's not what I was expecting. We will pay you up to 10% of their monthly subscription fee as long as they use Rock. Dr. Cupcake just said the new pyramid scheme. I wouldn't call this a pyramid scheme because, you know, with a pyramid scheme, you get somebody to sign up that gets other people to sign up, blah, blah, blah. This is artists getting their fans to sign up under a code. So let's do the math. 10% off of like a $10 a month thing. So every time a band gets one of their fans to sign up under their code using Rock, they get $1. So if they get 1,000 fans, according to this, they'll get $1,000 directly handed to them per month. That's not bad. I actually don't mind that. It's kind of weird that it's an affiliate code thing, but it makes sense. If there are diehard fans of certain bands, like, let's be real here. If Nightwish today said, hey, to all of our diehard Nightwish army people out there, sign up and listen to us on Rock using this code because your money will go directly to us. You know, thousands of their fans would sign up for this and they'll make thousands of dollars extra. So this feature is for diehard fans, but this feature also puts all of the advertising and marketing into the hands of artists. Horacle just brought up a good point in chat. I missed that in the wording. It does say up to 10%. It doesn't say 10%. It says up to 10%. Good catch on that. Good pointing that out. Vidrax just brought up a good point. Can I change the band my money goes to? What if a band turns into a bunch of asshats? That's a great question. What if you sign up using a band's code and then their fucking singer goes on stage and screams white power at somebody and you want to change the band? Can you do that? That's a great question. Harry also just said kind of smart to put the marketing in the hand of the artist. They would have low advertising costs plus the band's push platform for them. And yeah, that is total marketing. Like, and that goes along with what they said because they're not going to spend money on advertising. That's going to allow them to pay out royalties more. So that kind of seems like it goes hand in hand. It seems like they won't be able to pay out more royalties unless they do have the bands doing the affiliate code marketing for them. Wutan just brought up a good point, dude. What would stop Taylor Swift from getting into the affiliate program to pull in the users? If somebody like a Taylor Swift, the Jonas Brothers, Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, just a big artist right now, what would stop any of them from being able to get one of those affiliate codes and giving it to their fans? Do they exclusively reserve the affiliate codes just for artists that they deem rock or metal? I mean, they have said that they only focus the money on rock and metal, not the other artists. So I would imagine they would possibly not give a huge artist like that an affiliate code to begin with. Karen also brought up a good point. I also think this mostly benefits startup bands. Yeah, I think this is geared more towards the independent bands that can get their fans to sign up for this stuff. Like, I don't think a band like Nightwish or, Slayer, Metallica, like, I don't see them pumping out affiliate codes for this. I think this is your unsigned and indie bands that are probably gonna want to do that. So here are my thoughts on this. And they've changed a little from when I just heard about the platform to kind of going down all the bullet points and reading about it. But my biggest thing, like I've already brought up, is is all of what they've said going to really entice people to bail on other platforms they've already been using, whether it be Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, whatever? Is this going to entice people to bail on a platform they've already used for years, that they already have all their data in and stuff like that, to sign up for a brand new one? They do have the feature that lets you bring the playlist over, which is cool, assuming that all of that music is on rock as well. The big thing that we won't see until the launch of this is what publishers did they actually sign deals with? I believe in KJ's message to me, he said that they did get deals with like Warner and Sony Publishing and stuff. So anybody who has publishing through Warner and Sony will be on this. But like, are they going to get publishing deals through a lot of other artists? Like, say you're a metalhead, but every now and then you want to listen to Drake. Is Drake going to be on there? Is somebody like, for me, who's into hardstyle right now, if I get this, am I going to be able to go listen to obscure hardstyle and EDM that like Frosty and other friends are sending me? I don't know. We're not really going to know until the platform actually launches. The other thing too is that with the careful wording and how they put it, that says they could pay up to 2 to 3 times more. It doesn't say it will, it says up to. So while that does sound good hearing that, it just may not. And then up to 10% of the subscription from the affiliate, like, there's a lot of legal words in here. There's definitely a lot of legal words in here that you have to keep in mind. I like this concept. I believe that the artists that I like and support, especially in rock and metal, should make more money. If this works how they say it's going to, if it is proven that artists are getting more money from streams, if their library is good enough, I would think about switching to this. But I'm going to need a lot more information before I start using this platform, because a lot of what they've said on there is very vague. And sadly, I don't think this will work. I really don't. I would love nothing more than for the rock and metal community to make more money from their art and their craft. I would love for any artist to have that, really, because music is an art that all of us listen to all the time. People should get compensation for that. But I don't think that this is going to be like the Spotify killer that they're trying to make it seem. But yeah, man, going over the information we have at hand right now, it sounds great. I hope it succeeds, but I really don't think it's going to. I just don't. But we'll see. It's officially rolling out in Europe and the UK in January, which is in about a month from now. And then it's going to roll out in other areas then. If they have that 30-day free trial, which it said they will, I'll try it when it launches in North America and I'll check it out. And if it's good and I can legitimately import my playlist and listen to all my stuff, I might switch. If it's a good enough platform, for sure. I will give it a try. I'm going to keep my eye on this. And if there are any new details that come out, we'll talk about it, because like I said, I do think that it is a good idea in practice. I just don't know how it's going to work. And I don't think right now, with the knowledge that I have at hand, I don't think it's going to succeed. But to everybody that was here and took place in this on Twitch while we're filming, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you're watching on YouTube later, you can always join us on Twitch when we're live. It's twitch.tv/TankTheTech. I'm also on a ton of different social media. At TankTheTech is my handle. But until next time, wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will be back very soon with another video.